Mr. Boxing Today, yeah.
Alright, this is Gerald Washington, Heavyweight Boxing. Please watch Mr. Heavyweight Boxing Today.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? So I was on Gerald Washington's Twitter, the undefeated American heavyweight. And now these messages he sent out 5 hours ago. One message said, wondering who's my next opponent. And then the other one, which really caught my attention, it says, I'll fight anyone, but who wants to fight me? And this seems to, this whole, I'll fight anyone who wants to fight me. And I'm not just talking about Gerald Washington, all right? I'm talking about just in general with a lot of heavyweights. I'm hearing a lot of people say nobody wants to fight me. I'm seeing a lot of undefeated records, and I think these guys need to start fighting each other. And even if we don't look at the worldwide landscape, which I cover on my channel, we just looking at just the American heavyweights. There's just too many undefeated guys walking around right now, man. Deontay Wilder has a title. He's going to be tied up with mandatory defenses, so on and so forth. But besides Deontay Wilder, you have Gerald Miller, Andrew Ruiz Jr., even guys who have one loss that I still think should step up and fight guys like Washington. Charles Martin just, suffered a gunshot wound, so he won't be back for a while. Dominic Brazil, who I dropped a video on earlier today, he's back working out, getting it in. I like to see that fight go down. Trevor Bryan, did I mention him already? But Trevor Bryan's undefeated. Miller's fighting tomorrow against Fred Cassie, so we'll see how that goes. If you look at guys like Ed Lattimore, LaRon Mitchell, I mean, there's a lot of undefeated guys out there right now. Adam Konaski, the Polish kid out there in New York. So there's some undefeated guys, around that 15, 14, 15-0 range. But I'm not sure Gerald Washington wants to fight those guys. So he is rated, Washington is rated by the WBC. He's number 12. So I was looking around at some of the guys that he can possibly fight. So let's just go through the rankings. At number 15, Derek Chisora. I know Chisora, he is talking about, I seen something in the news earlier. He's going to fight on the 10th against, I forgot the guy's first name, but Janin is the guy's last name. He's going to fight him out in Sweden, supposedly on September 10th. Then after that fight, they're talking about a rematch with Robert Helenius. Also seen Dillian White and Chisora go at it back and forth on social media. Then they had a confrontation in a hotel lobby a few months ago, so maybe he can't get to Chisora fight. Mariusz Wach, I know, was ordered to fight Kurbat Pulev. The EBU ordered that fight, so I'm not sure if that's going to go down or not. Carlos Takam, a good fight. I think that'd be a good fight for Gerald Washington. Now, all these guys are rated below him, 13, 14, and 15. Takam, I know he wants, like, title shots. I seen him show up at the Anthony Joshua, Dominic Brazil fight. Joshua even said that he met with Takam after the fight and they talked a little bit. Then guys who are rated ahead of Gerald Washington by the WBC, Eric Molina. I think that'd be a good fight, but Molina has shown interest in wanting to go over to the UK and fight David Price. Even threw his name out there. He said he would like to fight Anthony Joshua. So I'm not sure what Molina would do. He's coming off a huge win. He went to Poland and he knocked out Thomas Adamek. Number 10, Artur Szpilka. That'd be a good fight. Spilka's last loss was to Deontay Wilder. I know I've seen Szpilka training and running, and I seen him I seen him sparring actually with Eric Molina after the Deontay Wilder loss. So then you got Malik Scott at number 9, Bryant Jennings at number 8, Andrew Ruiz at number 7. Those are the guys I think Washington should be targeting. I think when he comes out on his social media, he should just call out Jennings, Scott, Szpilka, and Molina. Just call all those guys out. I'm sure there's probably some friendships there with some of those guys. You're in the same training camps and get good sparring in. But at the end of the day, there can only be one. I'm not saying you have to disrespect these guys on social media, but just call them out, man. So instead of Washington coming out with these type of tweets, which are, cool tweets to come out with, wondering who your next opponent is and pretty much putting a message out there that you will fight anybody and nobody wants to fight you. You should just put out who you would fight. Now, I haven't followed him on social media. I've only been following Washington on social media for like a month now. So I don't know what he always, what he has and hasn't posted as far as opponents he would like to fight. But all those guys will make for good, entertaining fights. And in my opinion, those fights are they're realistic fights, man, because they're guys that are rated in the WBC. I think all those fights are realistic. So I think he should come out and call out Molina, Spilka, Scott, Jennings, Ruiz Jr., Johan Duapa. Parker has a fight coming up. Pulev. He wants to try to, you know, fight Pulev. I know Pulev, his name was being thrown around Anthony Joshua mix. And Stavern and Povetkin. I see the WBC has ordered them to fight for an interim title. So I think Gerald Washington, you need to start calling out these dudes, man. Just say, hey, Archer Spilka, you want to fight? You know, Malik Scott, you want to fight? Bryant Jennings, you want to fight? Start calling these guys out, man. And I think that your message will get out there a little bit more clear than it is when you just say, nobody wants to fight me. Because who in particular doesn't want to fight you? Another name that's out there, Antonio Tarver. If nobody wants to fight you, I believe Tarver will get in the ring with them. Although I know Tarver is looking for title. Everybody's looking for title shots. But there has to come a time in the day when you have to fight another guy in order to get a title shot. Even if you're a legend and you're a former, you know, champion at light heavyweight like Tarver was, and I understand. But at the same time, though, you may have to get your name out there by fighting in some type of eliminator fight or something. Shannon Briggs is another name. Although he's not rated, although Tarver and Briggs is not rated by the WBC, those guys are looking for fights. You're looking for a fight. Call those names out. You know, so just giving my opinion on it. Washington, or how about you and Rivas was going to fight? Rivas couldn't get a license in Cali. How about you go up to Canada and fight at the Bell Center? I think that'd be a good fight. I don't see many guys getting robbed when they go up there of decisions. At least the fights that I've watched up there, you know, I think that'd be a good fight. I think the Washington versus Rivas is a fight that I still want to see. You know, so how about you try to, you know, is it possible that you can go up to Canada and get a fight with Rivas? A lot of good fights. How about a rematch with Amir Mansour? But like Washington said, these guys have to want to fight him. But my thing is, all you guys should be fighting right now, man. You're not getting no title shots anytime soon. You know, I'm just going to be honest about it. I don't see, you know, then I see Klitschko and Fury. Now they're wrapped up in something. Last I heard, the fight was going to be October 29th, the date they were pushing for. Now I just seen something that came out a day or so ago with Klitschko saying he has to take Fury to court. I don't know, man. For some of you guys out there that are just waiting for title shots, and I'm not saying Washington is doing that per se, but I hear a lot of fighters saying they want title shots. They want title shots. They want, okay, well, fight some other contenders first, and then we can break down if you get a title shot or not. But I'm just throwing names out there for Gerald Washington. He's a guy that I like watching, you know. So just my opinion on it. Let me know what you guys think about this. I'm out.